Montana.
You know, I'm like, yeah, nice P, you know?
What up, Pink?
Man.
La música de Harry Fraud.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Man, you don't want for them, bro. Oh, you, and it better get low. Extorting, you ain't got no friends. Oh, they'll be for that like a Chanel scarf like rainbow. $1,000, this ain't your cloth. You ain't, that ain't no sauce. I can see the noodles made for food. 0.8, the option is the roof. Greens is a secret to the youth. Your goals are malnourished. Please spit the juice. Y'all be vaping, I be laden. Yes, y'all be aping. I'm Richard Mill Nation. No diamonds, just tourbillon facing with gears and sprockets with the sapphire casing.
When I pull up, they notice me. Come and talk to me like Jodeci. But don't you be too close to me. Them goons you see, let it go for me. I bring them things, I bring them things. I call them, he bring them things. Mucho, I bring them things. Looking so expensive, rings and things. I bring them things. I bring them things. I bring them things.
Here's a little story about a kid from Morocco. Had to show Carlito I was Benny Blanco. Check it out. Raindrop, offset. Plug, we the outlet. Shot put me in the box. I'm in the box off. All the face shorty, socks off. Nat Miller, Reggie Miller, the killer, Canaries, back stiller, white villa, French vanilla, garage like a kill himself. Lauren Hiller, get up. Crib Calabasas on the hill. I had him morning, play. Beatles on the red.
It's the Dolphins coming in at 2-2. Going up against the Steelers, who come in at 2-2.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. Jakeem Grant now to return. And now running right through it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Tannehill on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Javon Hargrave able to get him for a loss of about 3. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. In motion right is Wilson. The play clock's running down. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They send Stills in motion. Third and long, it's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. A big play. Tannehill to Parker. 48 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. On second down, here's Tannehill. And this one is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Cameron Hayward in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than it's...
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
Not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Bell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A beautiful spin and room to run.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
So now here come the Dolphins. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Play action, it's Tannehill. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cameron Hayward in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. Now Brown, a little juke. Oh, and now some space to operate. He had one man to beat. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And they'll have a short field to go as this drive starts on the fringe of the red zone at the 20. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going. And really the offensive line not helping him much. They're going to look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary. And I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. On first down, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On first and 10, Tannehill. That is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Back to throw, Tannehill. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Now Tannehill on third and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So 3 points is the outcome, but probably not what they're looking for given the drive that they were on.
Yeah, things were looking good. You had it first and goal, but then the offense sputters a bit, and they're forced to settle for a field goal.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And the wideout in motion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try the right side with Bell. Room to run inside the 40. And they'll get him to the ground, but he got all the way down to the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Black round! Black round! Black round! Ohio!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 3, second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. It's a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they get the field goal near the end of the first half to expand that lead.
Yeah, that's got to feel good, but they can't let up. Now on the kickoff, they've got to make sure they don't give up a big return or big yardage to set up the other team for one last chance to score themselves.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Out of the gun now on third down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell your guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Off play action, Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
Here's Tannehill. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Hayward in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. So it's his 3rd field goal now in the ball game, and they have needed his leg because this last one gives them the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, Brandon, but now you've got to tell your defense, hey, we need a stop here so we can let this momentum carry us through to the next drive.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. And the Bears have scored again. They've got that one on cruise control. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Charles Harris able to drop him for a loss of 4. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Charles Harris in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He's going to go for a big play down. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 39 that time. Back now in Miami. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Elsewhere, a 3rd quarter score. And now that one really widening up. The Bucs have just scored again. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. first down. He'll drop to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15, and they're going to go soft on the corners. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Tannehill now to throw. It's complete. Stills. A very solid gain of 27. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play clock winding down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. The throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They send Stills in motion. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Looking to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll set up a throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead. Barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Tannehill now to throw. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
2nd and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. It's a solid pickup, 8 yards, but work still to do now on 3rd and goal.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Elsewhere, a fourth quarter score now from Tampa. And the Bucs having little problem in that one. They've just opened the lead a bit further. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. On 4th down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Here we go. Ohio.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Let's go.
1 final final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. Fresh set of downs here. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Miami, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby pass. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Like Coachella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lockjaw got me speaking slow like, yeah, I'm blessed. I don't GA, I'm tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't got, say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies, man, R.I.P, Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the